That's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Divisional round of the playoffs. Jimmy's going with a 3 tight end set.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Mike. Hey! 5.
They'll run on first down. It's Turner. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo.
53, hey, check.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's go.
To throw on second down. Costello, and his throw is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Third down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Look at me, zipper. Watch this.
Back to throw. Costello. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
218, chopper. Yeah. Lee Griffin.
On first down, Turner. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Echo.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we learn to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll run on first down. Turner. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 6-6. Pull it high. 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Okay, ready? Protein spill.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Hey, exit. Check 13. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Chef.
Go. 5.
Operating from the gun. Costello. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Through draw quarters.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Shoot.
Get it.
On first down, Turner. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Let's go. 30 base. Recon. 132 fighter.
Tighten up.
On speed grip.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Rams 0.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
80 weapon.
On 2nd down, it's Turner. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
50, plant.
Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, orbit.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Running to start the drive is Love. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
36. Shoot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Check 52.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Shotgun handoff now for Love. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Check 3.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
A gain of 7. 1st down.
Mike 52.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready. Anyway. I'm coming.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Love. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. From the 16, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down. Positive. Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. On 1st and 10, Costello. Thomas has got it, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Let's go.
From the gun, Costello. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice game.
Looking to throw. Costello. Looking left sideline. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike.
Operating from the gun. Costello looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Check 49. Check 49. 66. Pull it. Now. 58. Right over there. Right over there. Yup. 58. Right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Final play and a half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
2nd and short. Is it a no-brainer to think I give it to my fullback and I pick it up?
You would think a no-brainer, but that time able to hit him for a loss.
Yeah, definitely was not a gimme, was it?
They'll try and get it with Geis. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is caught by Evans. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st down, it's Love. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 39-yard line.
Ready. Tight dog.
Here's Love again. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This time Jackson will throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a give running right is Love. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
52's the mic. Bring it over there, right? 52's the mic.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Gotta do better.
They'll run on first down. It's Love, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 10-yard touchdown run, and the Packers have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Let's go, big grip.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist. Kill. Twist on him, Travis. Hey! Yo, faster!
2nd and 3. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! Ready!
Now a give right side. It's Turner. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Zoo.
I got you, son.
Whip. Hit it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You ain't doing nothing today. Snap. Run to the ball.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Topper! Yes! Hey, wahoo!
Here we go. Mike, 53.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Slam! Who's on cooking? Go!
Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Marcus Davenport able to run him down for a loss of a yard. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, he finds his target. It's Evans. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
52, 52.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Throwing now is Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This for the lead in the final stages. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think normal. Talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
To throw on 3rd down, Costello. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You go! 18 Gator. I got it! Kill. Hey, turn it up. You go tight. You draw Corker. You got tight right there. Safe. Hey, Delta. Hey. Lead river.
Back to throw. Costello. And this is caught off the deflection. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
It's our field.
Yo, go.
Let's go. Hey, we got number 53, Mike 53. Watch a slant.
Yep.
53's the Mike. 53.
Looking to throw. Costello completes it to the tight end, Kittle. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch out.
Hey, team 6. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Check 53.
Hey! Now.
On 3rd down, Costello. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker.